It's a great day. It is a great day. It is a great day in every way. And I'm so happy that I have an amazing lady here today, none other than Dr. Maxine Bryant. Here goes. Welcome to the Lotus Riche Ignite Show. She is in the house. And let's welcome her. She is the creator and founder of Rio Speak, Dr. Maxine Bryant. All right, we are in the house with the illustrious Dr. Maxine Bryant. I must say to you, Dr. Bryant, you are looking quite stunning this evening.
Oh, why, thank you. And you are too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hear some backup noise. Let me make sure that we're not having any backup noise. Well, Dr. Bryant, tonight we're going to talk a bit about Griot Speak.
Yes.
We're going to talk about how it came about, why it came about, and who inspired you.
Oh, my goodness.
Right
That's a
into it.
whole lot. But thank you. It is always an honor to talk to you, Dr. Riche, and to be a guest on the Dr. Lotus Riche Ignite Your Life show. And, you know, when I think about Griot Speaks, that's exactly what it does. Griot Speaks came to me exactly a year ago, January of 2025. I've done a lot of work around African American culture and history. When I was working for Georgia Southern, I opened up and founded actually the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Center, which is steeped in local Gullah Geechee history and culture. I also was the director for the Center for Africana Studies, which again is steeped in Africana history and culture. And that encompassed not only the United States, but the entire African diaspora, Africa and the Caribbean. And so my thirst for knowledge was ignited as a result of the work that I was doing. I retired from Georgia Southern in 2024 in September. And Dr. Riche, I have to admit, I was scared. It's like, what do I do with my life? What am I going to do now? And someone whispered the word to me, refire, don't retire. And so I thought, okay, what does fire look like? What does that look like for me? And literally, as clearly as you and I are talking right now, the idea of griot speaks dropped into my spirit. I know it was God inspired, right? In Western African culture, the griot is the village history keeper in its simplest term. That person has the awesome responsibility of knowing history, recalling history, and sharing history to the village so that the people who live in the village and their descendants won't forget the stories. And so, what I see myself is as a cultural keeper and a story keeper. I'm not a storyteller, I don't proclaim to be that, but I am a researcher. And I feel it is my job, my duty to keep our culture alive through the telling of history, through reminding our people of our original greatness, our original genius. And last year, this time in February, actually, I coined the term genius cannot be stopped. And that is an intimate part of Griot Speaks. Now, let me say before I go on, Griot Speaks exists to celebrate and preserve African American culture, to honor heritage and history, and to tell accurate truth. My mantra is that until the lion tells the story, the hunter will always be the hero. And far too long in our culture, in our country, the hunter has told our story their way, which means we've been minimized, we've been diluted, And in many cases, we are being erased even now. So that makes the work of Griot Speaks that much more important. Dr. Riche, you're on mute. I just noticed that. I am so sorry. I haven't heard anything you said. You're on mute.
Here we go. Is that much better? All right. I muted myself earlier because I did hear the feedback coming through. So those of you that hear us and see us, we are on Lotus Riche. Go to Lotus Riche on YouTube, and I've shared it to my page. I've shared it to Dr. Bryant's page. And come on over to YouTube and join us and share this out with everyone you know. As I said earlier, we don't let technical difficulties stop us. You know that something's going to be super, super powerful when you've got technical difficulties. But guess what? It's just a challenge. It's an area of opportunity. So, Dr. Bryant, the gift of Griot Speak came to you not just as a blessing to you, but as a blessing to the world. Tell us about that blessing to the world and why it's so important for people to connect with that.
Dr. Riche, one of the components of Griot Speaks is a module, online module that I started last year. And there are 4 modules. Each module is 4 weeks in length. And I just finished the last module last night. And we were talking about genius.
Yes.
And I decided in preparation for that module to look up the term genius. And I asked the internet, AI, to give me a list of geniuses in the world.
Yes.
Give me Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, Aristotle, Newton. Those are all white men. Exactly. I'm like, well, wait a minute. What about us? What about our story? What about our genius? And so I thought, well, let me get technical. Let me get specific. And so I asked, who was the first Black genius? Dr. Riche, you know what the internet told me.
What did it say?
George Washington Carver.
And let's even take it a step further. When we go to the dictionary, what does it say? It says exceptional, intellectual, or creative power or other natural ability. And some similar words are brilliance, cleverness, brains, wisdom. And these are, and it's a plethora more, and you all can see that. These are so many attributes that we have in our own right, not because of another race, a religion, or anything like that.
You're absolutely right. And so what my little experiment taught me was that now is the time to let the world know about one, the origin of genius, which is Africa. And that means we brought to the world genius. And that means genius is in our DNA. And that's the underlying message of Griot Speaks. Because if I can see myself, belonging to the category of genius. And we need to reframe what we consider to be genius. And it's more or less like what you just showed us and not what AI or the internet had to say. If I can see myself as that, then I can ascribe to be that. I can move towards that. I can teach my children. And so Griot Speaks is all about laying the foundation for our youth. And I believe it is so far reaching that in my mind, it can even be a way to curb particularly crime. And this is what I mean by that. As a Black child or a Black youth, it's easy for me to take you out if you look like me and I don't like myself because of all the negative messages that I've been hearing about me.
Exactly right.
However, if I've been hearing that I am valuable, I am human capital that brings something of value to the world, I see me differently and I see people who look like me differently. At the same time, I believe that if white children grow up with the message that Black genius is genuine and real, then they can begin to reframe the narrative that they've been taught about their own supremacy and begin to value Black life. So this thing is far reaching. Like you said, it is so much bigger than me. I am merely a vessel with the message.
Hello, I love that. And here's what I want to add to that. We become what we think about every day. And we've heard that said for many geniuses. Here's a genius. Let me take a sip real quick. Dr. Emoto did a water experiment and talked to the water. And the water that was blessed was beautiful. But the one that he said, I hate you, I don't like you, it was dark.
Wow.
It was gloomy. And that's why it's important to have your reinforcement.
Absolutely. When you were talking, I was reminded of the doll experiment, and I can't remember the name of the husband and wife team who performed or conducted the experiment, but they showed young Black children two dolls, one white, one Black, and asked which one was smart, which one was pretty, which one would you want to play with. Inevitably, the Black children of that era, this is back in the 60s, chose the white doll. That speaks to our own negative self-image that's been passed down from generation to generation. We have to change the narrative. You're on mute.
Let me come back and share this. The experiment that you're speaking of, it's a doll experiment. And I believe it's the legacy of Dr. Kenneth B. Clark.
You're right.
And Dr. Kenneth B. Clark discussed this in length. And you all can see it in writing, not just hear it from us. And this experiment, just as you said, went on to share some radical information about how our children view themselves as it relates to what was put in front of them. Commercials, the television telling our children what to envision, also telling your children, those who are not melanated, what to envision and what to think about themselves, therefore thinking that our children are inferior. And this doll study, to your point, was done many, many years ago. And unfortunately, some of the same things still exist.
Absolutely. And that's why it's important now. In his last book, Dr. Martin Luther King wrote, and the book is called Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community? He wrote in his last paragraph that there is such a thing as the urgency of now, and that time, it can be said that things can happen too late. And so that tells me that now is the time for us to rise up and deliberately and intentionally change the narrative. And I'm going to add a phrase to that because it comes from Malcolm X: by any means necessary, right? Now, we know Malcolm was radical. We know that traditional acceptance in our country is Martin Luther King because he was a peacemaker. And
Right.
traditionally, we demonize Malcolm. But in my mind, Malcolm's words were so prophetic as he told us, now, you know, if we don't own our story, somebody else will claim our story. Malcolm was telling us, now we have to act. We can't be passive, right? And there was definitely room for both philosophies, but you're right with what you just showed us. Where do we go from here? And Griot Speaks advocates for moving towards community. And we do it in a number of different ways. We do it through the modules, through public speaking, through writing. I'm an author, I'm a columnist with the Indianapolis Recorder, the fourth longest running Black newspaper in the country. And we also do it through a brand new board game. So we're multiplicit. We share the message in a multiplicity of ways.
Right. And let me say this because we want to give honor to where honor is due as well. Malcolm X, by any means necessary. You can go to Audible and listen to it. And by the way, we are not affiliated with any of the companies that we're showing you. And it is to their credit, this is by Audible, it is to their credit that we're able to present some of this data so that you can go back and look at this data yourself. You can listen to some of this data, because one thing about Dr. Maxine Bryant, she's always on point. Whatever she says, she can back it up from written word. Now let's get back to Griot Speaks, because Griot Speaks has leaned on the thousands of years of history. And your Griot Speaks and your new board game is backed by thousands of years of truth, thousands of years of research, of genius people that you have also come from, the peoples, okay? So let's talk about the board game. And did you bring one of the board games with you this evening?
I don't have the actual board game yet. It is in production. I should have it in pre-production. I was hoping, the pre-production game will be here soon. I was hoping to have it by the time we got together, but it is not here. But I was trying.
Well, I'm looking for you to come back to the show when you do get the game going, because I cannot wait to see this game. I know it's going to be amazing.
It is amazing. And just as clear as I'm talking to you, the whole game dropped into my spirit. So the game is steeped in research and symbolism. So the game board has 54 squares around it, much like Monopoly. Think Monopoly. And each square has in it a picture of an African country. So we know there are 54 countries. The corners of the board game are the symbols. Everybody starts at the Sankofa bird. And the Sankofa bird is a mythical bird, which tells us it moves forward while looking backwards, and it carries an egg, which means it's our responsibility to pass on accurate truth and knowledge to the youth.
Right.
Another corner of the board is the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, scientists are trying to figure out, how did they do that? Well, how about African genius, right? Mm-hmm. Another corner has the Ankh, which is the oldest religious symbol. It's a cross with a curvature at the top. And then the final corner has a musical instrument, and I know I'm not going to say it right, Sakira. It's the instrument that you shake, right? And you,
Right.
you find it in the Caribbean and Gullah Geechee culture and definitely in West Africa. And so individuals travel around the board based upon the number that rolls on the dice that they roll out. That part is just like Monopoly. Each of the African countries, the square that they're in, is bordered by a color: red,
Right.
black, green, or gold. Red is for resistance,
Mhm.
protest, battles, skirmishes. Gold is for culture, literature, music, the Gullah Geechee culture,
Right.
theater, the whole gamut. Black is for people, and green is geography. And when
Right.
you land on one of those, you answer questions. There are cards that correlate with each of those questions, each of those colors, and you answer the question. If you get it right, you get a cowrie shell. These are cowrie shells. They used to be currency in Africa. Along the board, there are eight areas that we call wild cards. And if you land on a wild card, you choose what
Right.
category you want to answer from. In addition, you get to pull from the wild card deck, which tells you some interesting facts about an African country. It's random. If you get that right, you get a gold bar, and that's worth more money than the cowrie shell. And you get to move ahead to wherever that country is that was on the card. That's how
Wow.
you can win the game. And
Yes.
listen, let me tell you, I played this game using my original prototype on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The players were a 90-year-old woman,
Mhm.
a 60-something-year-old Latina man, myself. They wanted me to play, and I thought, well, that's kind of dumb. I know the answers. I wrote the questions, right? And then one of my students, a previous student who was like late 20s, we were playing. Now, even though I knew the answers, and you would think, okay, well, she's going to win the game, I didn't land on two wild cards and get them right. Well, whereas I landed on one, the student landed on two, and he beat me around. You have to go around twice. That student won the game. Now, can you imagine how that young man was ecstatic? I beat the creator, right?
Wow.
It was great. So you don't have to be smart to win the game. And it's a learning, teaching type of game. People have said, one young man from Ghana said that it was just good. It made him feel good to see himself represented in a board game.
That's
Other
awesome.
people who have played the game are raving with accolades and self-affirmations and excitement about a board game that represents Black people, where it promotes conversation, excitement. As you said, it's based and steeped in research. And so you're learning while you're having fun. It turns learning into play.
And I love that. And let me ask you this, because when you talked about the Sankofa bird is the colors of a Sankofa bird. Are those also the color pieces of the game?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I wanted to bring the Sankofa bird up because some people are not familiar with it, and we want to make sure that you get to see it. If you have never seen it before, go ahead, look up online and check it out. And this is for courtesy of Amazon. So I just wanted to pull this up and let you see it. Here we go. Thank you so much. And I see so many people are streaming in on YouTube. Thank you for the hearts. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So, Dr. Bryant, when will the game be out?
Excellent question. So glad you asked that. The pre-production games they're sending me to will be here. Like, I'm waiting for them any day now, any week now. And so with that being anticipated, we're going to have a game launch here in Savannah, Georgia on Saturday, February the 28th. And we're inviting people to come test the game, give us feedback about it before it goes into major production. the major production of the games will be available in May, late April, early May. Now, people can pre-order now, Dr. Riche, and I don't know if people will be able to see the chat, but I just put the link in chat for people to pre-order the game. The introductory price is $39.95 plus shipping. Now, that's not going to be around forever. So if you want the game, and believe me, people are anticipating that this game is going to be like crazy. It's going to sell like crazy. And so if you're interested in pre-ordering, you need to pre-order now. Get your name in queue, so to speak. It's drmaxinebryant.com/Griot Speaks the Game. You're on mute. You're on mute.
All right, I'm on mute. So what I was saying to all of you, if you can see, we have placed the link in the chat right here.
Can you open it up?
There and you can click on it. Yep, I'm confident that I can. I don't know if my screen has changed. Have my screen changed, Doc? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, do you see Griot Speaks the Game?
I see it.
All right, fantastic. Then that means everyone else sees it. So this is Griot Speaks the Game. And like Dr. Bryant said, if you are interested in supporting this movement, this is a great movement, go ahead. You can come here. You can contact her right there. You can also look at her media. You can read her blogs. And here we are at her products. Yes, you want a copy of Finding Peoples. That's her books. You can go to all of her books. You can get her clothing. And you can check her out on stage. That's right. Because
and if you scroll down, you'll see where you can order the game.
All right, fantastic. So let's go ahead now. And right here is your introductory special at $39.95. Now, like she said, this will not last long. So go ahead and grab your game today. Okay, and you can inbox her, you can inbox me, and we're happy to give you any information. If you think you've missed the link or what have you, just inbox us and we'll be happy to get this back to you. And you can look on my page on Facebook. You can look on my Facebook page and you'll see this link will be on my Facebook page where you see the flyer of Dr. Bryant. This flyer on my page, where you see that, you'll see the link for Griot Speaks. So thank you, Dr. Bryant, for sharing this with us. Now, Dr. Bryant, I know that you are going to be having an upcoming event coming up in May. If the game is out by then, are you going to do anything special to allow the ladies to be a part of it and acknowledge the game? And will the ladies that are going to be there at the Ignite Your Life for Life Summit when women exhale, will they be able to exhale, utilize the game, buy the game in advance, talk to them?
Absolutely. For those of you who are wondering what Dr. Riche is talking about, she and I are teaming together. And on May 28th through the 30th, we're going to be in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. When women exhale, women ignite your life for life, right? And so we're excited because the game will be out by then. And we're going to be having a special session where we're going to be talking about the importance of Black culture. The game will be available to be definitely be available for purchase. And we're going to try to work in a game night where we can have fun, we can learn, you can ask questions of the creator. Really, the creator is God, but he's using me as a vessel here. But it'll be a night of fun, a night of energy, a night of laughter, of learning, being educated, and owning our own genius. Yes. All of that is going to happen at the When Women Exhale conference. So yes, Dr. Riche.
Woo, I cannot wait. And we have women coming in from all over, and they're going to get the opportunity firsthand to help make history, because this is a historical moment with the game and the Griot Speak. I can't tell you enough about how this game is going to help change your life for the better. It's going to help your children. It's going to help your grandchildren. It's going to help your great-grandchildren. It's going to help their children. And as you see, she has several people with 5 stars on this game saying how amazing this is. So this game will ship before May 15th. And Doc, may I ask you this? And you know, this might be something you say, well, Doc, I don't want to say it out loud. People are hitting you left and right about getting this game in advance. What is the likelihood that you're going to run out? Because so many people are asking to buy this game.
I really hope that that's an issue, right? My initial plan was to just order 500 copies.
Yes.
Well, in addition to what I'm doing with Griot Speaks, I'm also in a play. It's called Justice on Trial, and I play the role of the judge. And the producer and director of the play, Dr. Chad Lawson Cooper, has given me the opportunity to talk about the game at these plays. So in between Act 1 and 2, I come on stage and I talk about the game and invite people to buy it. I already have pre-orders, so
wow.
I know.
Chad Lawson Cooper, thank you. Keep doing the great work. Come on, folks, let's get these games. It's only $39.95 right now, plus shipping and handling right now. So go ahead and get this game before it skyrockets, because I see it's going to skyrocket, and it's going to sell out, and the price is going to go up. Daniel Priestley talked about being oversubscribed, and I'm looking for this game to be oversubscribed. I'm looking for you also to be oversubscribed in the play that you have coming up. So, Dr. Bryant, with this game that you have, will you be teaching any workshops surrounded by this game? Because it is such a powerful, powerful, powerful game.
I plan to, yes, absolutely. As I said earlier, right now I'm doing, well, I just completed the last of the virtual modules, and I'm going to start that back up maybe in April. I need to take some time to focus on the game for right now. But I do envision having workshops throughout the country where we'll talk about the game, we'll actually play the game, and it will be combined as a learning opportunity for people who want to know more about the genius in Black history. And we're even starting that in February here in Savannah. I'm going to be delivering a lecture on February the 12th at Savannah State University, which is the oldest public HBCU in Georgia. And I'm talking about genius from Kemet through contemporary times. So I'm ready to take that show on the road, Dr. Riche.
Cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see you again in person and get this thing rolling. I can't wait to get my game. I'm already invested in it. Why? Because it is essential for my life. It's essential for your life. Now, Doc, here's a question I have, because we have a lot of people who may not be melanated, and they may say, well, maybe I can't buy the game. What do you say?
Absolutely. Listen, the story of the United States, even of slavery, is a shared story because
Yes.
it's of the enslaved and the enslaver. It's of the resilience and the responsibility. It is our history, black and white. And if we learn it together, we can heal from it together. So Griot Speaks is not about division. It really is about us learning together, learning the accurate truth and the brilliance that came forth that has so often been omitted. Listen, I had one, and I'm gonna get a quote from her, a visual quote. But there was a young woman who was actually a middle-aged woman in my age bracket who took the course, and she said, Dr. Bryant, Griot Speaks has given me the verbiage to be able to share with other people who look like me. And she's a white woman. She said, it's given me the verbiage to be able to share with other people so I can educate them. So it's for our allies, it's for people who want to learn more, for people, regardless of ethnicity, who want to know accurate truth. And I hear that from, remember I said one of the game players was a Latino man who has been a very big advocate. He, like you, donated towards the game because he saw the value in it. So it knows no ethnic boundaries. All of us can benefit from Griot Speaks.
I love that. I love that because it's not our differences that should tear us apart. It's our differences that bring us together.
Absolutely. Our differences don't have to make a difference.
Exactly. It should be the difference that brings us together.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah. Once you launch the game here, will you be going on a tour anywhere with the game?
I'm exploring that now. If people want me to come, definitely. Right now, it looks like, and this is just in the preliminary stage, that I will plan that in conjunction with the play. The play is a 100 city play. And so, for example, in April, when I will have, well, even in March, I have the pre-production. We're going to be in Augusta, Georgia. We're going to be in Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to be coming up north. So I'll be having game nights while we're doing, in conjunction with where the play is. Right. Now, beyond that, I am definitely open. And if anyone wants to have that kind of dialogue with me, let me know. Like Dr. Riche said, you can go to the website. You can also reach me. I'm going to put it in chat, MLB at drmaxinebryant.com. You can email me there and let me know your thoughts. Let's brainstorm. Let's see what we can make happen.
All right. I absolutely love that. And I'm going to take a moment to go to the YouTube chat, and I'm just put that in the chat for all of you. Make sure you go there and grab that and continue to share this out. Continue to share this out with everyone that you know, because the more we know, the more we grow. Put that in. The more we know.
Actually, the mistake is MLB at drmaxinebryant.com. I left out.
Okay, go ahead and put it back in the chat, and I'll copy and paste that.
I did that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Give me a moment, I'll take care of that.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does. Every time. Every time. And we welcome each and every one of you to share your questions with us. If you have any questions, if you are interested in donating to it, if you want Dr. Bryant in your city, in your school, in your church, at your office, at your women's event, at your men's event, at your women's and men's event, then definitely connect with her. How could they connect with you to book you as a speaker, Dr. Bryant?
Yes, go to the website. We are in the process of revamping it, but as it is right now, under Contact Me, you'll be able to reach me through my booking manager, my business manager, Patricia Malt. You can also reach me at the correct email address, MLB at Dr. Maxine Bryant. Patricia Moss handles all of that for me. I appreciate her so very much. But we do want to honor requests to come and participate in conferences and workshops. And yes, that if you go to that page, it gets you on our email list. We do get that information, and I will reach out to you, and or myself or Pat will reach out to you and find out what your request is, and we will honor that. We will talk about how to make that happen. I also want to tell, can I let them in on a little secret, Dr. Riche?
Yes.
I had the opportunity to submit an idea, and it's called Griot Speaks, Genius Cannot Be Stopped, to a new streaming TV platform that's called DX Virtual TV. And they liked my idea. And I created a video just to kind of promote my idea. They loved it. So I'm working with the executive producers now. I produced 12 episodes for my first season, and expect that to happen and to roll out. You'll be able to stream it on Roku and Apple and other streaming devices on your televisions and iPhone devices, or whatever those, your devices are. But look for that probably as soon as late February, definitely by early March. You'll be hearing from me on that platform also.
And that's going to be wonderful. And make sure, folks, if you're not following us on social media, if you're not following us, go ahead and follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on all social media, because what you're going to see Dr. Bryant coming back. And when she hits all of those television stations, guess what? We're going to bring her back, because we want you to follow her wherever she goes, because wherever she goes, you're going to grow. And that's something you know.
Absolutely. And thank you for that. I also, when I was in DC, when was that? October. And I happened to have an opportunity to sit next to a man. We were a part of Pam Perry's Speak, Sell, Shine. And I was sitting next to a young man, and I was just spitting out some history, because that's what I do, right? I didn't think anything of it. And he said, Dr. Bryant, you need to put that on TikTok. I'm like, TikTok? I don't even have a TikTok account. I don't do that. Dr. Riche, I came back, and in November, I started posting 2-minute, 3-minute bites about African-American history. I now have over 600 followers on TikTok, right?
Wow, that's wonderful.
Reach me at TikTok, Instagram. There's a new thing called Threads. I have hundreds of followers on Threads. And what's amazing to me is, and I'm not ashamed of my age, I'm 67, right? I'll be 68 this year. And TikTok has a thing where you can put in your college. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna put in my college, and it gives you an opportunity for a Dropbox to say what year you graduated from college. It stopped at 2000. I kind of graduated a little bit before 2000.
Wow. So listen, folks, we are, and I'm trying to get something up on the screen for you all. We are so delighted to have you here this evening. We look forward to seeing you again real soon on the Lotus Riche Ignite Show. And we look forward to seeing you at the other end of the table when you get your Griot Speak game that's going to help ignite your life for life. And don't forget, we'll see you calling all women. If you're an executive, if you're a homemaker, and you are igniting your life, and maybe don't know which direction to go in, you're looking for a mentor, and maybe you need a mentee because you are already a mentor. It's time for you to join us in May for the Ignite Your Life for Life Summit When Women Exhale. And none other than the illustrious Dr. Maxine Bryant is one of the co-hosts for this auspicious event. Until we see you again, We absolutely love you. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. We'll see you real soon. Thank you for watching the show and follow us on YouTube. Ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. See you on the next episode of the Lotus Riche Ignite Show, where we're helping you to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. All right. And if you want to be a guest on the show, please connect with us at Lotus at lotusricheignitesyou.com. Ignite your mind and ignite your life. All right. It was great, everybody. We appreciate you and have a good evening. Stand by, Doc.